Demon Vale is the first season of Year 7 of Rainbow Six Siege, which gives it a chance to set the tone for the year to come. So how about a defender who can shut down sight lines, block off entry points, and create entirely new angles of defense, all with a flick of her wrist?
Kiba barrier up.
Her name is Azami, and her Kiba barriers are a powerful new tool for shaping the battlefield to your advantage. I'd call that starting off strong, but we're not done yet. A balancing change is inbound for Goyo. All 1x sights are going universal, and you're getting some fancy new digs to destroy later in the season in the new Emerald Plains map. Plus, attacker repick brings another strategic option to the prep phase, and Team Deathmatch comes to Rainbow Six Siege to stay. Okay, Demon Vale, show me more. More Kiba barriers, to be specific. The versatility of Azami's gadget is astounding, and the speed with which she can change the geometry of a combat encounter is astonishing. Here's how they work. The canisters look like kunai, throwing knives from Azami's home country of Japan. But instead of sticking into people, they stick into surfaces. Once embedded, they deploy a rapidly expanding substance that hardens almost immediately into a bulletproof barrier. If it hits a surface it can't deploy on, like a gadget or a shield, it won't, and you can pick up the canister and try again. It may also only form a partial barrier depending on nearby surfaces, but sometimes a little bit of a barrier is all you need. From drone holes and doors to hatches and floors, and all make and manner of breach holes, if there's a gap you want sealed up, Azami has got you covered. She can also create cover in so many places, so if you expect your usual angles to be there waiting for you when Azami's in the round, you'd better get on your drone and double check. And if you want to dream a little bigger, why not put a Kiba barrier on another Kiba barrier? Why not give yourself a cheeky little mirror setup on a soft wall? Why not put a couple of barriers in a hallway to create a labyrinth of facades to lure your foes in? Whether you use Kiba barriers to pre-place fortifications or reactively respond to threats, the beauty of Azami's gadget is in its creativity and how it allows you to truly play with the geometry of a siege map to surprise and outwit your opponents. Unless they just blow them up. Kiba barriers are bulletproof, yes. Explosive proof? No. You want to counter Azami's influence on the match? You bring Flores or Ash or Zofia to destroy her barriers from a safe distance. You can also break them with a few melee hits, though the visible cracks that appear in the barrier will be a clear indicator of what you're up to. And then there's the matter of corners. Most angles in Siege are of the 90-degree variety, but Kiba barriers are circular, which can make for some tricky peek holes, and we all know those go both ways. Azami doesn't rewrite the rules of Rainbow Six Siege, she expands the possibilities, breathing new life into each map and new unpredictability into each encounter. Now that's how you start a new year of Siege. Azami's loadout includes the 9x19 VSN submachine gun or the ACS-12 shotgun as a primary and the D50 as her secondary. Take some barbed wire for extra obstruction or impact grenades to add another landscaping tool to your kit. Speaking of landscaping, here's a quick preview of the new Emerald Plains map, an upper crust type spot befitting only the finest firefights. Whether you're carefully approaching through the nicely manicured garden patio or going loud amidst priceless relics and works of art, everything you do at the club will have a touch of class. The Emerald Plains map will be available free for all players when it arrives later in the season. You know what's coming at the start of Demon Vale, though? Attacker repick. This feature allows attackers to repick their operator during the prep phase. So, if your drone scouting reveals that Azami is afoot, you can go ahead and switch to Ash to bring her breaching rounds to deal with any obstructions. The launch of Demon Vale will also mark the launch of Team Deathmatch, and it's here to stay. Get your gun and grenade skills warmed up in firefights free of gadgets, drones, and reinforcements. Pick almost any operator, regardless of what side they usually play on, or if someone else has already picked them. No shields allowed, though, so Blitz, Montaigne, and Clash are sitting this one out. While we're talking operators, let's talk Goyo rework. The incendiary operator will now be able to freely place his gas canisters on walls and floors and the like, where they can lie in wait for an advantageous detonation. The canisters are shielded on a few sides to armor them against attackers prematurely popping them, but they do still carry that risk factor, because every operator, friend or foe, is equally weak to fire. Demon Veil is also bringing a number of free updates that we'll run through real quick right here. All 1x sights, your holographics, red dots, reflexes, etc., will now be available for all operators to apply as they prefer. The match replay feature, which PC players have been using to analyze setups, relive highlights, and create content, is now coming to consoles. A new verification step for the ranked playlist will require you to link your phone number to your Ubisoft account as part of the team's ongoing anti-cheat efforts. And there's a new incentive program for reporting issues at r6fix.ubi.com. Read all about all these updates on rainbow6.com. Demon Veil is coming soon, and Azami is ready to change the game. She'll be available on the premium track of the Demon Veil Battle Pass at launch and unlockable with Renown or R6 credits 2 weeks later. Subscribe to this channel for the latest in Rainbow Six Siege and visit us at news.ubisoft.com.